Hey everyone, recently we just reached 10k subscribers and that is absolutely amazing, mind-blowing. If you haven't subscribed yet, then subscribe because now we want to get a 0 in between over here so that we have 100k and then we can celebrate our silver YouTube button thingy. That will be good, that will be amazing. So yeah, subscribe. In this video, we will be learning how to add enemy inside of your FPS game. In the end of the video, we will be able to make this. Without wasting any time, let's get started. So in the last couple of videos, we were able to make this. We were able to make the movement system, and we also added this 3D model of the gun. We also add the animations, and we added the firing system. We added the reloading system, and also we made the different firing modes. So now we are in the select fire, and then if you press B, is gonna do the burst mode, as you can see. And if I press B again, he's gonna do the single fire mode. And we also made the reloading system, the UI and all that, bullets and all that. So if you have missed these videos, make sure you see them. The link will be in the description box below, or you can click the card on the top right over here. Basically, these are the 5 videos that we made: FPS movement system as well as the animations. Then we added the shooting, the reloading, sound effects, and multiple firing modes. And this is the 6th part in which we will learn how to add the enemies. So as you know, we are trying to make this game kind of replicating Counter-Strike. So in order to make it look like Counter-Strike, I'm gonna go ahead and use this 3D model as an enemy. Remember him? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and add in textures real quick, and then you will know who this guy is. So that, and then that, and then that, and then finally that. So does he look familiar? Oh yes, he is. So he is the guy from Counter-Strike. There we go. So yeah, I'm gonna use him. If you want to download this, you can go ahead and download it from here. The site's name is p3dm.ru or p3dm, and in here you can find 3D models from any game. I already have made a tutorial video on that too. Let me see where it is. It is right over here. So this is the full tutorial in which how you can download this. But this is the site, and in which I just searched for CSGO, and as you can see, there are a whole lot of 3D models over here, and you can download anyone. Of course, there are also guns, also these guys and all that. So I just downloaded this one, dragged it inside of Unity. So this guy was already rigged, but I did not like the rig of it, so I just went ahead in Blender. I deleted the rig and rigged it again in mix mode. So if you want to download the fully rigged in mix mode, I'm gonna go ahead and link this in the description. I will personally upload this guy in my Google Drive, and you can download it from here, fully rigged, and you will be good to go. Then I went ahead in mix mode and downloaded these 2 animations. One is he is holding a rifle and he's just standing over there just like that. Alright, and then one is walking forward with the rifle. Alright, so as you can see, if I come back over here, he is walking in that direction. That is not what we want, so we want him to move forward. So I'm gonna go ahead and rotate it just like so, and if I move forward, I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and as you can see, he is now moving a little forward, not in some weird direction. So good, I'm gonna say apply. There we go. Okay, but in this video we will only take care of him dying, so we will only add some health in here, and we will kill him with Ragdoll. In the next video we will try to make the enemy AI. So what I did here is just dragged this guy in here, added the textures and all that. I renamed it to enemy, and then also I have a 3D model of a gun, which is M16. And I just went in ahead, opened up the enemy. In here we can find the mixed mode spine. In the mixed mode spine you will find the right arm, in the right forearm, hand. I just dragged the gun in the right hand, alright, and just placed it like that so that he is holding the gun just like that, right? Nothing much. So as you can see, he is standing over there. Then I'm gonna go ahead and as you can see, there's an animated controller on the enemy, so I have to add in an animated controller. I'm gonna go ahead and delete this one, and I'm gonna go ahead and make a new animated controller. So there we go, and I'm gonna call it enemy, just like that. I'm gonna select the enemy and drag that in there. I'm gonna double click to open up the animated controller and drag and drop the idle animation in there. So if I select the idle animation, make sure all of these that are green are selected, not the first one, loop pose. I don't want a loop pose, but I want loop time, and I want to click all of these that are green. So then apply. In the walk one, you will see that all of these are green, and I checked them, but this one is not green, so I'm gonna not check this one. Right, simple as that. But we're not gonna use the walk animation right now. So now if I go ahead and select the enemy and play the game, make sure this is all set. if I play the game, you will see that he will do some animation. As you can see, he is moving a little bit, doing the idle animation. Looking here, looking around. As you can see, we can clip through. We can go through him because he does not has any collider. Anyways, we want to kill this son of a bitch. So how do we do that? And one thing I'm noticing is that he is little taller than me, so we'll have to make it a little smaller. Okay. So how do we make him smaller? So you have to select the main 3D model, in which case I'm using this one. I'm going to go to the model, and as you can see, I have already shrinked it down a lot. So I will have to shrink it down a little more. So instead of 0.024, I'm going to use 0.023. So with that done, let's go ahead and add in the ragdoll for him. So if I go ahead and select the enemy and select right click, 3D object, and a ragdoll. In here you will have to add in everything that he says. As you can see, there's pelvis and all that. So pelvis will be hip will be left leg up, left knee will be left leg, so I have to open it up, left leg, and left foot will be left foot. There we go. Same goes for the right leg up, open that up, right leg, and right foot. Then comes the left arm. So left arm will be where is it? Left shoulder, left arm, left forearm. So I guess left arm will be left arm, and left elbow will be left forearm, and right arm will be right forearm, right arm, right forearm, and middle spine will be spine 1, head will be head. So in the neck you will find the head, and bam, everything is fixed. Total mass 20 will be okay, strength will be 0, okay, flip forward, nope, create, and bam. Now if I select the enemy, you will see that we have some thing going on over here, which looks really cool. As you can see, he has the legs and all that, but there will be one, there may be some problem over here. As you can see in the arms, there is a little problem, so I'm gonna go to the arms and fix them real quick. So if I go to the right arm, as you can see, we have over here this guy. So I'm gonna go ahead and make the radius a little bigger, just like that. Make it little, make the height a little bigger, and make the radius a little bigger, just like that. And then I'm gonna go to the right forearm. As you can see, it is pointing over here. That is not what we want. We want to point it over here. So how do we do that? Is by going and saying y-axis. As you can see, now it's pointing over here. I'm gonna go ahead and increase the radius, and I'm gonna go ahead and increase the height, increase the radius a little more, and move it in the y, just like that. And you don't have to be as accurate, because yeah, does not actually matters a lot. Yeah, you do have to fix it, but then I'm gonna go back to the left arm, left forearm, and do the same thing over here again. Y-axis, make the radius a little bigger, and make the height a little bigger, and move it in the y, just like so. Okay, so now if I select the enemy, as you can see, he has all the colliders properly. If I go ahead and play the game right now, nothing basically will happen unless we disable the animator. So as you can see, he is doing the animation properly. He looks around just like that, and if I go ahead and say animator control turn off, bam, he dies just like that. And if I turn it on again, bam, as you can see, he is dying pretty nicely. So that is working properly. Now only thing that we need to do is we need to add some health kind of a thing, a health counter, and if we hit him, I don't know, 5 times or 10 times, he will die like that, and we will just simply turn off the animator controller. Simple as that, no big deal. Now comes the part in which we do some coding, but we will not do any coding because we will be using Playmaker. If you don't know Playmaker is a really cool asset that helps you make games without writing a single line of code. If you haven't used Playmaker, believe me, it will change your fucking life, because all of this that we just made over here is without writing a single line of code. If you want to get Playmaker, you can buy it from Asset Store. If you don't want to buy it, you can also download it for free. The link will be in the description box below. I personally will provide it to you guys. So just go ahead and download this, drag it inside of Unity, import it, install it, and you will be good to go. If you have any problems regarding Playmaker, let me know in the comments. I will try to help you out. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and select the enemy, as I already have imported Playmaker in the last previous videos. I'm gonna go ahead and say add component and say FSM. And as you can see, here we have a playmaker, and if I go to the player, as you can see there we have some playmakers over here, and all of these playmakers are, this one is for the animation, this one is for the shooting, this one is for the UI, and this one is for the burst mode and all that. So I'm gonna go to the enemy, or first I'm gonna go to the player. Let's see. Okay, so here we have the playmaker of the enemy, which has nothing in there. So I'm gonna go to the player, and I'm gonna go to the shooting. And in the shooting here, as you can see, when we fire, it says when we fire, when we get button down left button, so we come over here and we see whether or not we are hitting the enemy. If we hit enemy, then we come over here and kill the enemy, come in this state, and in this state we basically add the explosive forces. Basically it is for these dummies over here. That is not what we want over here, right? So we're gonna go ahead and disable it for now. And if we hit the enemy, we are going to go ahead and say send event. Let's see, and you want to send the event. And as you can see, if we come back over here, raycast, we basically shoot a laser from the gun. If you are having any kind of confusions over here, then please see these videos over here, that will help you out, but if you don't want to see them, then bear with me. We basically shoot a laser from the gun, and then we detect whether or not we are hitting anything or not. If we hit enemy, we store the object that we hit in a variable called test object, and then we check whether or not that test object has the tag enemy. If it does has the tag enemy, then we're gonna come over here and come in this state. In this state, we are going to go ahead and send the event to an game object FSM, and it will be a specified game object that will be the test object, that is the enemy, and the FSM name is FSM. As you can see in the enemy, the FSM name is FSM, and the event name will be a new event, so we will have to make the new event. So I'm gonna go to the enemy and add a new state over here and say events, and I'm going to say hit, and make sure you click this one because this is a global event. And I'm gonna go back to the player, go back to the shooting, and in here we're gonna go ahead and send the event, global event hit, that we just made over here. All right, so hope you guys are understanding what we just did over here. We are gonna go ahead and send the event that we just made over here. All right, simple as that. And then we're gonna come back over here and do the other things like reducing the ammo and all that. So let's go ahead and test it out. But before we do anything, go to the enemy, make sure the tag is enemy. If you don't see this enemy over here, then we've made this enemy tag in the previous video, but you can also add a tag and say +, add another tag, come back to the enemy and apply that tag over here, but we already have that. So if I go back to the enemy, edit, and if you play the game, say global position hit. So okay, so now if we hit the enemy, we should come in this state too over here in the enemy. All right, let's see if that happens or not. Okay, hit. It is not doing anything because the enemy does not has any kind of fucking collider. So we will have to add the collider also. So I'm gonna go ahead and select the enemy and add in a capsule collider. Capsule collider, move the capsule collider up a little bit. You can hold Alt to move it slower. I'm gonna reduce the radius a little bit, increase the height a little bit, and there we go. All right, just like that. So now if you play the game, he should properly work. When the game starts, we are gonna go into state 1, just like that. And now if I go ahead and shoot the enemy, he goes to state 2. Simple as that. Heck yeah, dude. Okay, so in the state 2, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and decrease the health of the enemy a little bit, and then we come back and yeah, do that stuff kind of thing. So I'm gonna bring it down just like that. All right, so in the state 2, we're gonna go ahead and say, in the state 1, when the game starts, we're gonna go ahead and say set float value. We're gonna go ahead and add in a new float, new variable called health. All right, and the health will be 3 for now. You can of course change it anytime you want, but for now I'm gonna set this to 3, and yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and add state just like that. All right, so in here, and when we hit the enemy, we come over here, right? So we come over here and say float float add, and we're gonna go ahead and say health, and we're gonna decrease it by 1, so -1. We're gonna add -1, which basically means we're gonna subtract 1, and then when we subtract 1, we're gonna go ahead and say next frame event, which means after executing this action, we're gonna come in this state, say finished, control click to finish, and just like that, and come here. In here, we're gonna go ahead and say float compare, and we're gonna compare the health with the float 0. If it is equal to 0, it means we are killed, the enemy is killed, and if it is greater than 0, or if it is less than 0, again, if it is less than 0, it's killed, just like that. Not finished, I said killed, sorry for that. Okay, so if it is equal to 0 or if it is less than 0, it means the enemy is dead. If it is greater than 0, it means he has the health, and we're gonna say finished, and finished, and we come over here in this state 3, just like that, right? So what is happening is that when the game starts, the enemy health is 3. When we hit the enemy, we come over here, decrease the health by 1, and then we check whether or not the health is 0. If it is 0, then we are gonna come in this state in which he is dead. If it is not 0, then we come over here in which we don't do actually anything, and then the player hits him again. We come over here, do the same math, come over here and hits again, and we killed. In the killed, we're gonna simply go ahead and drag in the animator controller, just like that. Say set property enabled, where is it, enabled, and say false. So this is true, this is false. Say false, and bam, everything should properly work. Okay, so if I go ahead and play the game right now, and if I go to variables, select the health and say inspector, if I go over here, controls, you can see the health over here. When the game starts, this variable should become 3, and when we hit him, it should be -1, and when it's 0, he will die. Just simple as that. Okay, so I come back. So as you can see, now it is 3, now it's 2, now it's 1, and when we kill him, oh shit, oh shit. Okay, so as you can see, we cannot move because his capsule collider is right over here, and we okay, so there's a little problem over here. However, he is dead, and he is properly dead. Okay, good. When he is dead, we want to disable the capsule collider also, so we're gonna go ahead and drag in the capsule collider just like that. Set property enabled to false, simple as that. And now if I play the game, when we hit him thrice, he is gonna die. 1, 2, 3, or just, and bam. Cool. But you will notice there is a little problem when he dies. He, flies like really badly, flies and all that, and his arms, look at his arms. He dies really badly. Like, he should die just over here. Why is he dying that badly? Let's just go ahead and see why. Well, this is because of the capsule collider that we just added. If I select the enemy just now and play the game, and for now just disable the FSM, just like that. Alright, so now if I go ahead and disable the animator controller, you will see that he collides with this capsule collider. That is why he is doing that weird shit. If I go ahead and disable the capsule collider, and then now you will see he will die, naturally. So what we have to do is we have to disable the capsule collider first, and then we have to disable the animator controller. So what if I simply switch this? So first we disable the capsule collider, and then we disable the enemy. Let's go ahead and see if that works. If that works, then well and good. Otherwise, we will have to fix it in some other way. I'm gonna come back. 1, 2, 3. No, it does not fixes that, so we will have to do some other shit. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and say add another state over here. In here, we're gonna just simply disable the capsule collider. Then I'm gonna say Control X to cut that, paste that action right over here, and then we're gonna say wait for 0.2 seconds or 0.3 seconds, say finished, and come over here. Right, so or 0.2 seconds. So first we're gonna disable that, we're gonna wait for 0.2 seconds, and then we come over here. So that will hopefully fix it. If it does not, then I don't know what will. So play the game and see if he dies naturally or not. Okay. 1. Yeah, okay, now that looks a little better. He does not, clips through him and, flips like that badly. So I have set the wait time to 0.06 and no, sorry, 0.6, and then we go ahead and disable the animated controller, and that will hopefully work. So if I go ahead and add in some new enemies, if I go ahead and bring it back, duplicate him, and duplicate him. So as you can see, now we have 4 enemies. If I play the game now, you will see that everything should properly work. So as you can see, all of them are doing the animations. If I go ahead and shoot him, he dies. He dies also. He dies also. And he dies also. So as you can see, everything is properly working. All of them are nicely dying. So this will be pretty much it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, then subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon so that then you don't miss any future videos, because in the next video we are gonna go ahead and add in enemy AI so that these guys will roam around the map, and then when they find us, they will try to shoot us, and if they kill us first, then we will be dying, and if we kill them first, and then they will be dying, and yeah, that will be pretty amazing. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, then again, subscribe to this channel. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you in my next video. Peace out.